Good evening. Thank you for the introduction. This is Ichikawa. Today, we're going to discuss the ideas for revitalizing Tokyo's global appeal. We want to find such ideas in this session. We have invited 3 panelists. First is Ms. Astrid Klein, architect, and then city branding strategist, Mr. J.T. Singh, and the designer, Mr. Gwenal Nicola. These are the 3 esteemed speakers, and they're going to give you wonderful presentations. Please enjoy them and think about ideas for revitalizing Tokyo's global presence. I want you to come up with ideas as well. Now, there is this new term that we are discussing. It's called urban intangible values. Maybe not so familiar to the Japanese. Intangible means something you cannot touch.
So that's the values you can't really touch. That's intangible that I'm going to talk about today. Still regarding the opportunity of this, the trigger of this research is that we are starting this and then for this 40 cities on the target, and that we have the global power city index. So it's already announced every year, so you have already known this. However, we can see the global power city. So, and how it's going to the city to be, and we're going to have a proposal that we are going to give some material to do this, that we have already done this. So just 40 cities all over the world, and then each functionality that we have one from Japan, and then this is the first time that we have done. For the first time from Asia, so we have got more number of the cities in Asia. So how we are going to measure this global power city index? So there are 6 functionality that we have got. And the first is economy, and the second one, and then research and development, and the third one is cultural interaction, fourth, the livability, and fifth, environment, and then last one, the 6th one, is accessibility. There are 6 functionality, or the ones that we are going to measure the ranking, or the city's global powers. So as you can see, for index group that we can see, for example, for an economy, there are 6 indicator group, like market size and market attractiveness and so on. And in the case of environment, ecology, and then pollution, and then also natural environment, there are 3 under the environment. So 6 functions, and then of the cities, you can see the a global power. However, and that the economy has more an emphasis on environment. That means twice as much. So we have lots of the index. So a total of 70 indicators are going to be utilized, and that we announced that the Global Power City Index. And then we have December 2014, that's a GPCI 2014 result, as you can see, in London, New York, Paris, and Tokyo. Those are the top 4 cities, and the top 40 and the number 1 to 4 actually didn't really change. However, the second one, like Singapore, and then afterwards is more than 20, and they have already changed a lot. However, 2008, and top was New York. However, 2012, it's changed until London. As you know, the London Olympic and Paralympic has been held. So it's effect of the Olympic probably is easier for you to understand. And then a lot of people are just inviting to London so that they are going to just generate all the infrastructures, and then also they can fulfill the environment. So that's why it surpassed the New York. So right now, it's still in the number 1 position. So since 2012 up to now, it's top number 1 in London. So that's the Asia for the Singapore, and that is an Asian nation, and then Seoul, and the next one is Europe, and then next Europe as well. In North American city is only 1 city in New York. So just have a top 10 usually on the major cities in Europe and then also in Asia. That is a situation. And then we're going to talk about today is on top of this, and of course, for the global power of the city, is it really enough? As appeal of the city is not just the number of the buildings or the very good facility or just for good transportation convenience. However, other than the hardware part that we can really evaluate, so we call it the power to, human sense, power to appeal to human sense. So that means the people who are working or they are living, and then they have something appealing to the people that I started to think about. So I'm going to talk about urban intangible values. That is the new sort of the value that I'm going to give you some briefing. Well, we don't have any fixed translation in Japanese, where there are many candidates. However, it's already fixed. And then for in English, it is untouchable like a value. So the urban intangible values is already fixed like a word. However, no Japanese translations decided. So that's why we're going to use urban intangible values up to now. So regarding the significance, there are 6 elements established, and then also choose and then use the 36 indicators. And then for GPCI is 40. However, this UIV includes the 36 indicators. So I'm going to show you the contents inside. There are 6 elements. Number 1 is efficiency. Number 2, and accuracy and speed. The 3rd is safety and security. 4th, diversity. 5th, hospitality. And 6th, and change and growth. So up to now in a GPCI, and of course we have something close to this. However, this operation of the cities, how the people think about, and that kind of the variation is not enough to be done. So just and we are going to cover this with the urban intangible values. So those are the contents. That's all in English, I'm sorry. On the left is the element, and the next, like the perspective of evaluation. In the case of efficiency, there are 2 viewpoints, an accumulation of 6 city functions and information, and then an accessibility description, well, like a significant urban functions and information sources in place to support efficient economic activities, and then also in accuracy and speed, and then also safety and security and so on. There are 6 elements, and in perspective of variation each other. It's something important is the sense of the people. If we go to London, New York, or Singapore, or Shanghai, you can feel something. And if you go to Singapore, there are lots of the skyscrapers or building, something like this. So just you can look at it. It's like operation of the cities. So operation of the cities are very good, that the people can evaluate well. That means you can feel very well. That means very highly evaluated in the city of Tokyo. However, that we didn't really just have any numerical value to measure it. For example, and here's efficiency, and there are 2 things. And for accumulation of the city and the functions and accessibility, first, like office area and then business proximity. So that means Kasumigaseki and Marunouchi are very close to each other. So the first one is proximity of business and the government and the district. The second one is the internet usage rate. Well, we don't think about very much anyway. However, it's actually very good data to look at the people's behavior. And then for the circulation of daily newspaper per population, so each individual an element, and there are 2 ways of thinking of perspective evaluation, and then for the 3 indicators of each other. So those are the ones for overall like evaluation. Here is the efficiency, and the next the accuracy and the speed, and next and safety and then security and diversity. For example, in the case of the safety and security, on the top is the number of the murders per population, And then second one is a sense of safety in public places. So we have to do some of the questionnaire of each other. And then also air pollution concentration, we have got the data, so and we can measure that. For example, and for the sense of safety, like a frequency of accidental power outages. In Tokyo, very, very seldom, is not very much. However, sometimes it's quite a few in the big cities. Next is number of medical doctors per population. The third one is stress-free life, so we have got the stress or not. So that is due to the result of the questionnaire that we collected data. Regarding Tokyo, is something very unique, is a hospitality. Service, and then also visitor friendliness. The cities are 21 cities. Why not 40? Well, it's very difficult to answer anyway. However, for the data, which is pretty complicated, cannot be gathered very much. So, out of 40 of GPCI, and we have selected the 21 target cities. So just in Shanghai, for the Beijing only in China, not Shanghai. However, in Tokyo and out of Japan, so not Osaka. So anyway, as you can see here, as a result, and the subway transport performance, that is Tokyo is absolute number one. Next. Days required to start a business for business application. It's Singapore, you can do that in one window in 1 week. And Tokyo, and we have to learn a lot. So, and the terms for the application is number 9, which is not very good. So, and of course, for the national and the policy, and then we have to do this as well. So days required to start a business in Tokyo is pretty long. And then, and for the sense of safety in public places, we thought maybe number 1 in Tokyo, however, is not number 1. Hong Kong, Singapore are better than Tokyo. And the Singapore is less criminal rate than Tokyo. In Hong Kong, as you know very well in the past, probably why not Hong Kong? However, now is Hong Kong is very safe and very comfortable. So because of the this fact that the sense of safety, and top 4 are the Asian countries, and Hong Kong, Singapore, and so Tokyo, and the 5th is Copenhagen. Next, about the variety of streetscapes and neighborhoods. Tokyo is not very good. And then, well, it's up to the person's opinion. However, Istanbul, Moscow, Kuala Lumpur, Brussels, Barcelona, those are the ones is a variety, and the next to Tokyo is Mumbai. So, well, and we can maybe understand. And then also kindness of residents, and we can be very much proud of here. Stockholm and Istanbul are there as well. However, the top is the Tokyo. Next, regarding a presence of creative activities, there are various fields of the people here and what we can do. And then creativity is very, very important. So Richard Freder and Dr. Richard Freder, and his creativity have to be considered with creativity or not. It's very important. So Tokyo is not too bad, however, the 5th. And then top is New York, and then Paris and London and Berlin. So New York, Paris, and London, those are our rivals, however, that they are much better than ours. So this is just partially that I have mentioned. And then this is the way of thinking, so that is kind of the result. So what is the Tokyo's position, as you can see? And the red one is the average of 21 cities, and Tokyo is the strength of the blue ones. Efficiency, that we are very strong. Hospitality is very strong too. And safety and security. And on the other hand, about change and growth, it's kind of the average. And then also accuracy and speed, it's not too bad. That is a result of the Tokyo situation, or the urban intangible value of Tokyo. So today, the theme is idea for revitalizing Tokyo's global appeal. So we're going to ask all the speakers to talk about it. So this is the present situation of Tokyo. And up to now, then, so what is the ranking of Tokyo? So today, and I don't give you any number, so on Tuesday next week, we're going to give you the ranking. So the ranking will be announced next Tuesday. So not very bad, you can expect. Something very interesting is that who's the rival of Tokyo? Tokyo is a gigantic city. However, that's Vienna was the like in the very middle size of the city in Europe. However, we compete each other with the Vienna, so that we have something that gigantic city of Tokyo has, like the Vienna has. So just how we are going to enhance the presence. So if we understand, that's fine. However, that we are going to ask the people all over the world can understand it. So, and today's theme is an idea for revitalizing Tokyo's global appeal. So I'd like to have a very good clue of the three speakers. So after getting some speakers' presentations, so we have a panel discussion and how we're going to enhance the presence. So that concludes my presentation. Thank you very much.